Hi everybody and welcome to Network Security. Let's begin. A computer network is a group of computers and devices connected with each other. Network security focuses on protecting the security of these devices and the links connecting them. In more precise terms, network security refers to the devices, technologies, and processes to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of a computer network and the data on it. Network security consists of different hardware and software solutions to achieve the set security goals. Hardware solutions refer to the devices you set up in your network to protect your network security. They are hardware, so you can literally hold them. A hardware appliance might look something like the image below. Examples of hardware appliances include firewall appliance. The firewall allows and blocks connections based on a predefined set of rules. It restricts what can enter and what can leave a network. Intrusion detection system appliance. An IDS detects system and network intrusions and intrusion attempts. It tries to detect attackers' attempts to break into your network. Intrusion prevention system appliance. An IPS blocks detected intrusions and intrusion attempts. It aims to prevent attackers from breaking into your network. Virtual Private Network Concentrator Appliance. A VPN ensures that the network traffic cannot be read nor altered by a third party. It protects the confidentiality, secrecy, and integrity of the sent data. On the other hand, we have software security solutions. Common examples are antivirus software and host firewall. Antivirus software. You install an antivirus on your computer or smartphone to detect malicious files and block them from executing. Host firewall. Unlike the firewall appliance, a hardware device, a host firewall is a program that ships as a part of your system, or it is a program that you install on your system. For instance, Microsoft Windows includes Windows Defender Firewall, and Apple macOS includes an application firewall. Both are host firewalls. According to the Cost of Data Breach Report 2021 by IBM Security, a data breach in 2021 cost a company $4.24 million per incident on average, in comparison with $3.86 million in 2020. The average cost changes with the sector and the country. For example, the average total cost for a data breach was $9.23 million for the healthcare sector, while $3.79 million for the education sector. Okay, and now let's answer the question. What type of firewall is Windows Defender Firewall? And that will be host firewall. So let's type it in and submit. And let's move on to the next task, which is methodology. Every operation requires some form of planning to achieve success. If you're interested in wildlife photography, you cannot just grab a camera and head to the jungle unless you don't care about the outcome. For a safe and successful wildlife photography tour, you will need to learn more about the animals you want to shoot with your camera. This includes the habits of the animals and the dangers to avoid. The same would apply to a military operation against a target or breaking into a target network. Breaking into a target network usually includes a number of steps. According to Lockheed Martin, the cyber kill chain has 7 steps. Number 1. Recon. Recon, short for reconnaissance, refers to the step where the attacker tries to learn as much as possible about the target. Information such as the types of servers, operating system, IP addresses, names of users, and email addresses can help the attack's success. Second step, weaponization. This step refers to preparing a file with a malicious component, for example, to provide the attacker with remote access. Step number 3, delivery. Delivery means delivering the weaponized file to the target via any feasible method, such as email or USB flash memory. Step 4, exploitation. When the user opens the malicious file, their system executes the malicious component. Step 5. Installation. The previous step should install the malware on the target system. Step 6. Command and control. The successful installation of the malware provides the attacker with a command and control ability over the target system. And step number 7. Actions on objectives. After gaining control over one target system, the attacker has achieved their objectives. One example objective is data exfiltration, stealing target's data. Another analogy will be a thief interested in a target house. The thief will spend some time learning about the target house, who lives there, when they leave, and when they return home. The thief will determine whether they have security cameras and alarm systems. Once enough information has been gathered, the thief will plan the best entrance strategy. Physical theft planning and execution resemble, in a way, the malicious attack that aims to break into a network and steal data. In the next task, we will carry out a practical example of the cyber kill chain. And now let's answer the question. During which step of the cyber kill chain does the attacker gather information about the target? And that will be the first step, which is recon. So let's type that in. Submit. And let's move on to the final task, which is practical example of network security. We will try to hack into a target Linux system in this task. We assume that you have never used a Linux system before, and we will explain accordingly. Start the attack box by clicking on the blue Start Attack Box button at the top right of the room. Okay. Start the attached machine by clicking on the green Start Machine button at the top right of this task. Okay, it usually takes a minute or two to load fully. Once they're both ready, you should use the attack box, which uses the right half of your screen by default. Okay, on the attack box, start the terminal by clicking on the terminal icon shown in the image above. You will be writing all the commands you need on the terminal shown below. Okay. The first step of our attack is recon. We can speed up our reconnaissance activities using different tools that gather information about the various aspects related to the target. For simplicity, we will use a single tool in this task, Nmap, short for Network Mapper. Nmap is a network scanner that helps us discover running machines and any programs running on them that are visible to the outside world. The IP address of the target is the one that we see right here on the screen. We can scan it by running nmap and typing, of course, in the IP address at the terminal prompt. So let's do that. Okay, so nmap and then 10.10.7.245 and press enter. Okay, we discovered 3 services running. That is correct. We can see them right here. First, FTP server. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol, and it's used to transfer files between machines. The second one, SSH server. SSH stands for Secure Shell and is used for secure remote login. In other words, it allows you to execute commands on a remote system securely. And the third one is HTTP server. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and it's used for the web. Whenever you are browsing the web, you're using HTTP or HTTPS. HTTPS is the secure encrypted version of HTTP. Okay, you can also notice that Nmap reports on whether the host is up based on whether it receives any response from it. This is useful to know when no ports are open or accessible, and we can see it right here, right? Okay, let's try to gather more information about the FTP server. We will connect to the target FTP server by typing on the attack box's terminal FTP and the IP address. Okay, so let's do that. So FTP, and then we type in 10.10.7.245, and then we press enter. Okay. Second step, next we will try to log in using the login anonymous to see if this FTP server supports anonymous logins. To our luck, it worked. Well, let's first try that and see if it really worked. So anonymous, like this. Okay, it worked, yes. We tried to see the files available using the command ls, short for list. And we get a list of the file names along with their details. Okay, so let's type in ls. Okay, there we have all of the files. If you're curious about any file, you can download it using get and then type in the file name. I wonder what the file secret.txt contains. So let's download it using get secret.txt. Okay, so let's type that in. So get secret.txt, and we press enter. Awesome. And once you download the files, type exit or buy to quit the FTP client. Okay, so let's say we type in exit. Perfect. Okay, the above interaction with the FTP server is shown in the terminal output below. Okay. Looking at the files, we notice 6 files, 3 text files, 2 EPUB files, and 1 SH file. That is correct. The first 2 extensions are for text files and ebooks, while the SH extension indicates that the file is a shell script. A shell script usually contains a group of commands that needs to be performed repetitively. After we downloaded the file secrets.txt with the FTP command getSecrets.txt and exited the FTP client using exit, we returned to the terminal. Let's display the contents of the file secrets or secret.txt using cat secret.txt. Okay, let's do that. So cat secrets.txt. Oops, my bad. Text like this. And we get a password, which was in this text file, which was saved in the text file secret.txt. Okay, so let's see what we need to do now. We have kept the password hidden, so you can try it for yourself. Okay, yeah, we can see that they've hidden it right here. Repeat the above steps until you can display the contents of secret.txt, which we already did, and use it to answer the first question in this task. Okay, so let's see the first question down here. Okay, what is the password in the secret.txt file, which is the password that we see right here. So let's type that in. So ABC 789 XY Z, and then 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we submit. Perfect. Okay, let's see what's next. So let's see where were we? Okay, so we are right here. It must be the password of one of the accounts unintentionally copied to a public FTP server. Let's try to see if it works with the root account. The root account has full privileges on a Linux system, meaning that it can read and write any file and install and remove any program. At the terminal, we type ssh root at 10.10.7.245, or the IP address. We will be asked for the password. So let's try the password we discovered in the FTP server. Okay, let's do that. So SSH at, root, and then at 10.10.7.245. Okay, and now let's try the password, which is ABC 789 XYZ and 123. And by the way, we won't be able to see the password while we type it in the terminal, but that's okay. Nothing is wrong. Just type it in and make sure the spelling is right, and then press enter, just like I did. And now I just need to press enter, and there you go. Now we are inside. Perfect. So let's see what's next. Congratulations, you now have complete control over the target server. Let's collect a couple of flags. After logging in as root, we use the following Linux commands. pwd, short for print working directory, to see where we are in the system. We are in the root directory, but let's do that first and see that in action. So pwd, d, like this. There you go. So that is correct. We are in the root directory, just like they said. Now ls to list the files. So we type in ls, and now we can see the files. Use the cat flag.txt to answer the second question in this task. Okay, so let's type in cat and then flag.txt to see the contents of the file. And here we have the first flag. So let's go down at the bottom of the task and answer question number 2. So what is the content of the flag.txt in the root directory? And that will be thm, curly braces, and then ftp server owned. And submit. Awesome. Because we are logged in as root, we have full access to all files, including other users' files. Let's try this out. We executed the following Linux commands. So the first one is cd/home. We press enter. So this command, we've typed it in to go to the directory containing all the users' home directories. cd is short for change directory. We run ls while in home. Okay, so let's do that. We notice librarian is one of the users on the system. That is correct. However, we have system administrator or root privileges to check the contents of his home folder. Okay. Then we need to type cd librarian to go to the users directory. So let's do that. So cd librarian, and there you go. And now we need to type in pwd to confirm that we are at home or at the librarian directory. So we type in pwd, and yes, we are. Okay, we can see it right here. Okay, and now we type in ls to show that librarian has a single file called flag.txt. Okay, so let's do that. So ls. Let's see. Yes, that is correct. Here we have the one and only file. And now we can print the text file contents using cat flag.txt. And let's do it right away. So cat flag.txt and see what the file contains. Use this to answer the third question in this task. Okay, so we can see here that we have another flag, or the second flag, which we are going to use as the answer to the third question, right? So what is the content of the flag.txt file in the librarian directory? So we type in thm, let's see, curly braces, and then librarian account compromised. And we are done with this room. So make sure to give the video a thumbs up, guys, if you enjoyed it and if you found it helpful. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe for more videos on TryHackMe. Okay, everybody, talk to you next time.